U.S. President Donald Trump announced a $12 billion support package for American farmers, offering financial help to those hit by falling crop prices and the effects of his trade policies. The plan comes after the agricultural sector faced pressure from retaliatory tariffs on U.S. exports and higher production costs, caused by new U.S. levies on imported farm inputs. Trump also warned that he might impose an additional 5% tariff on Mexico in a dispute over water deliveries affecting U.S. farmers. According to the White House, the aid package is meant to support farmers dealing with years of unfair trade actions and rising inflation. Speaking at the White House, Trump said his administration would direct a small portion of the revenue from new tariffs back to American farmers, with payments expected to begin early next year. "We love our farmers. They're great people," Trump said. "They're the backbone of our country."
I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage of us for years. They took advantage of us like nobody's ever seen. Our deficits are way down because of tariffs. I guess because of the election, because without the election, you wouldn't have tariffs. You'd be sitting here losing your shirt. But we're taking in billions. We're really taking in trillions of dollars, if you think about it, Scott, because the real number is, when you think of all the money being poured into the country for new auto plants and all of the other things, AI. So what we're doing is we're taking a relatively small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance. And we love our farmers, and as you know, the farmers like me, because based on voting trends, you could call it voting trends or anything else, but they're great people. They're the backbone of our country. So we're going to use that money to provide $12 billion in economic assistance to American farmers. $12 billion is a lot of money, Meryl. What do you think? Peanuts for you, though, right? Peanuts. She's a farmer of rice. This relief will provide much-needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops, and it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families. And again, we inherited something that we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country, and we're taking care of it. Farmers are an indispensable national asset, part of the backbone of America. I've always felt it so strongly. They're so important.
During the announcement, Trump stood alongside Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, and several farmers. He said maximizing domestic farm output is central to lowering grocery prices and keeping food more affordable. He added that the relief will give farmers stability as they sell this year's crops and prepare for the next planting season. Rollins explained that the first phase of the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program will distribute $11 billion to row crop farmers, including producers of corn, soybeans, and cotton. Another $1 billion will go to growers of specialty crops not covered in the main program. Funds are expected to be available by the end of February.
Thank you to the greatest boss in the world for a long time now. It's just an honor to be here. I'm going to keep my comments very short because I really want to make sure that you and the world gets to hear from our farmers. So, as the President said, we are very pleased to announce that today we are going to be effectuating an $11 billion bridge payment to our farmers. The money will move by February 28th of 2026, but by the end of this month, so just in the next couple of weeks, every farmer that is able to apply for it will know exactly what that number looks like. So as you are going to your lender, as you are working to ensure and understanding what you can plant for next year, you will have that number in hand. And we will continue to talk to our farmers, continue to understand exactly what this looks like and what is necessary. The final thing I'll say is Well, we're holding $1 billion back. So today we are announcing $11 billion. We are holding $1 billion back just to ensure that we are covering. So today's announcement covers all of our row crops, but some specialty crops and others that we are still working with to best understand where they are in the farm economy and ensure that we're making every forward-moving position that we need to.
The new package is part of Trump's broader effort to defend his economic record and respond to concerns about rising food prices. It also follows China's reduction in U.S. soybean purchases during a trade clash, which raised the cost of fertilizer and other key farm supplies. The U.S. Department of Agriculture will calculate payments per acre using a formula based on production costs. Payments will be limited to $155,000 per farm or individual, and only operations earning under $900,000 a year will qualify. The formula aims to prioritize smaller farmers facing heavier financial strain. Trump emphasized that the money will come from tariff revenue, saying the government is taking a relatively small portion of that income and directing it to farmers as economic assistance. Rollins said payments will begin on February 28th, with applications opening soon so farmers can see how much support they will receive. The aid follows major trade disruptions with China, which cut back soybean imports earlier in the year. Although China resumed some purchases after talks with Trump, volumes remained below previous levels. Lower demand drove soybean prices down, worsening the financial pressure on producers. Trump said he believed Chinese President Xi Jinping would do even more than he promised regarding agricultural purchases after their recent meeting in South Korea. Trump has also pledged support for cattle producers as beef prices rose due to tighter herds, and reduced imports from Mexico, where a pest outbreak affected livestock. These issues added to broader cost of living pressures facing American families. The aid announcement came as criticism of Trump's economic policies, especially tariffs and rising household costs continued to grow. Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue said the program is a short-term measure to give the administration time to negotiate longer-term trade agreements that benefit the farm sector and the wider economy. Trump told farm groups and lawmakers that the administration is taking vital action to protect and defend American farmers, while producers continue preparing for next year's growing season and the expenses that come with it. That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.